All right. Sorry about that, everybody. I had to reboot, and YouTube did not want me talking today. God bless you all. Thanks for hanging out. And like, where is he? I was like, I was just going like this. Okay, there's a loop. I know that. Stop telling me. Anyway, it's good to have you all here. Mike is here in the waiting room, keeping the couch warm for everyone. That's nice. Good to have you, Mike. Hope it's going well on your end. Romeo's here. Romeo. Right? That's so good. You don't get it until you say it out loud. Romeo. Wherefore art thou? He's right here. J Baba. Hi to you too, Romeo. Good to have you here. Jamie is here. All right. Canada in the house. Right? Lighthouse from up north. And hey to Benjamin. Pauletta. Add me to the list. Blessings, Sean, everyone. Pauletta. And everyone, your donations keep me going. I wouldn't even attempt what I'm up to without your help. So thank you, Pauletta, and everyone. Frank, good to have you. Frank and Gina, greetings to all. Praise Jesus Christ, J Baba. Good, great to have you here. Jay's here. Hi, everyone. Big Frank in the house. Praise Jesus Christ. And we got lots of prayers for each other. That's wonderful. Pamela's here. Is there room for me on the couch? Greetings. May God bless you always all. Plenty of room. Alan is here. Happy day. God bless you, John, and everyone. J. Maripala. So great to have you all here. Okay. I got a lot going on. Anytime I try and do something, it's like, that suffering thing. Oh, yeah, cool, great. You know when you saw Mike's girl, like, yeah, they're trying that up on me because I'm trying new stuff. It's like, oh, thanks. Oh, so your support is really, can't even tell you. All right, so maybe you heard on my Thursday show, put property into real estate into Jesus Christ Trust. That's what this church is under. And that's what, allows for the chain of spiritual hierarchy, religious exemptions, and so on, to allow for people to get property tax, IRS tax exemption. All those things lead back to Jesus Christ Trust. And it doesn't have a physical location, right? It's just here in the ether. So what I did was put a piece of real estate into that trust. And I'm going to apply for tax exemption as an online church and a parsonage. So as soon as I did that, like I had to get a mortgage, more death notice. I got myself a death notice, but can I, for the third time, not die? Let's see if he dies. Anyway, they want me to. They just made the school disappear like almost immediately. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna go for it?" They know everything instantly. It's truly uncanny every time. It's like, things happen on an instant like that. It's crazy. I see it all the time. So your support is, I appreciate it. So what do I want? I want to go for the real estate tax exemption, like I said, for online church and for parsonage, and then that combined with what the Poe's family paperwork is and all that will make it so much easier for other people to get real estate tax exemption from their application. So I want to, suffering for others, woo! But I really was kind of fine where I was, but I'm still there today. But I'll get over there. The internet will go over there on the 18th. And I'll get over there piece by piece and moving on Monday and that kind of stuff. So but it's got a mortgage and they cutting off the school and make it so it's really hard to make money there. So your donations are greatly appreciated. Also, if you feel like donating time, a little bit of your time, just a little bit of your time every day, say for the next 30 days, if you post something onto your social media, hey, get your trust from blah, blah, here's a Trump millionaire course or anything. Like if you could keep me in your stuff out there every day, say for 30 days, I need to get over this hurdle that they're trying to place, or no, that they have placed in front of me. So I'm just saying, I appreciate your help. So, and that this is a time right now to talk about, let's talk about Beer Baba named uh, use these terms for one way to look at the spiritual hierarchy. I use the terms direct agents and indirect agents. So, meaning, uh, there's an avatar. There's a guy that knows the stuff. I get to play that role. Oh joy! It's like, oh yeah, you're number one, and you get to play forever. It's like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh oh oh, one of those. So someone plays that role, and then anyone wants to get out of the dome, right? They're like listening to the truth, and only one guy knows it. So only one guy, because there's one character that plays the same. Bear Bible was like, oh, it's always a man. And then it's like this discussion of men versus women. It's like, no, it's one character, period. And God made it this character. So it's not, it can't be a man or a woman. No, it's a time loop. Everything's the same. So it's nothing against women. It's just I didn't make the game, by the way. I'm playing it. I didn't make it. So that's just the game. So knowledge is power. Just tell you the truth, and there you go. So back to direct agents and indirect agents. This is the way Bear Bob would talk about the spiritual hierarchy. So direct agents are okay. There's someone. Hey, they're winning, right? They won the game. Oh, Avatar. Christ. You know, the guy that won the game first. What's so less? You know, game winner. I don't know. It seems like all those names have a lot of weight too. It's like I'm not gonna call it that nonsense. It's like, yeah, let's move past the program. So someone crosses the finish line first, and you try to be like, hey, because you're in it, you're trapped as prisoners completely in a web of lies and in a dome. You're totally trapped as prisoners, and you don't even know you're a prisoner. So if someone gets out, as like, hey, this is what's going on. That's all. I found out I was slave first and found a chicken armor and got out of here for a second. Oh, okay. What happened? That's all. So once you have that information, you become practically useful. So, oh, you're useful. God made you useful by having the information, right? That you shall know the truth. The truth shall set you free. So, who does the truth first? Oh, that. Okay. Then it goes where? To direct agents, individuals that individual who won the game first has direct connection to, face to face, online. You see that getting baptized face to face has a meaningful change. So real direct agents are, there are different levels of direct agents, but one that's really a direct agent is like, hey, just step through the, you know non-ring of fire, just a little water under your feet. Can you handle that? It's like, no. It's like, okay, well, that's not good. So if you could just, yeah, can you go little water under your feet? No, you can't. Ow. Okay, that's made a fire over there. Okay, good to know. Good to know. That's good to know. Anyways, right? So if you can do that and say, hey, just want to check you, don't worry, God will wreck you. If you're in my presence and there's stuff will come up, and it does, and it passes away if your heart is in the right place with God, and so on. And that's who really becomes direct agents, because Oh, hey, I accept the truth. I see this is what's going on. You go out and test it. You mess around with the truth. Hey, this is actually working. I'm like, hey, great. And so those are the direct agents. Okay, hey, I'm getting the truth. I'm acting on it directly. You see what I'm saying? I have access to me, right? You have access to me. Get the information, type out a question. Oh, hey, oh, that's the answer. Direct agency. Directly, hey, you asked, I tell you. Boop. Direct agency. Okay, direct agents. So those are direct agents. Indirect agents are people you interact with who interact with uh, a direct agent, but not who don't interact with me, who don't interact with me. And you make a change in them and something happens, like let's use an example. Oh hey, I want to free Canada. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be great? Someone comes along, Justin. Hey Justin, I'll do this, but I really want to free Canada, not just your ass. I'm not trying to get you money. Can you help turn this into something that can help others? Yeah, totally. I'll help you. Okay. I do it, right? He doesn't do it. He doesn't do what I say. He doesn't help anyone, helps himself, and off he goes. Not a direct agent. I helped him directly, but he isn't working under agency for me because he's not helping anyone else. So eventually, Jamie comes along, totally different story. I say the same thing. She takes it to heart. And, oh, we're able to create a methodology to get Canadians out of the system and all the benefits that we've gotten down here in America, right, from this work. Okay, so Jamie's direct agent, boom, in the spiritual hierarchy. Oh, now she's helping others, Hey, she helped create the work or whatever. So that indirect agency goes out there to many, so that's indirect ages for those that JB has affected that I never met. Maybe they come to the school and stuff that they get some more direct agency and so on, but you could see how it works out. And then let's use another example, like the Poe family goes through, oh hey, let's try to get this real estate tax exemption. So everyone they're interacting with out there, and so many people in the government who they posted online, people at school, everyone that sees what they're up to, anything they have a connection to, they put on social media, anything. That they get, oh, hey, look, someone got interested in. Hey, I saw the Poe thing and I got interested in. They end up coming to the truth as so on. Oh, so, and maybe I don't interact with them, and that's fine. But that's indirect ages out there, are ones who accept the truth and then just are out there operating, but got it from a direct agent. You see, those are indirect ages. Uh, if that makes sense, because you think hierarchy, well, what is that? But that's how it works. That's how it is affected. You see. Let's see what Alan wrote here. So, how do the other perfect masters fit in that concept of ages with regards to the avatar? Well, it's funny, Mayor Baba made it real simple. Like, they're here to wake up the avatar, is all he ever really said about them, isn't it? He didn't actually, if you look at it, oh, this is about them, right? These are some of their quirks and his meetings with them, and you could look them up, and they have thoughts and stuff and writings and things like that, right? Uh, so, but let's see his last, Tapazi Maharaj, Mir Baba's last perfect master that he interacted with one on one, right? As far as learning from him and hanging out with him. Uh, Eventually, that guy says to his disciples, Tapazi Maharaj's disciples, don't listen to me anymore. Listen to Mir Baba. Listen to marijuana. And that's what he said. He cut himself out, right? And so you got to listen to him now. That's the only way out of the dome. So they serve a purpose in the hive, and they they know what to do the whole time they're here, and they're running things, and the avatar steps in, but there is a hierarchy over on the other side. Basically, the spiritual hierarchy runs them completely, uh, and those 5 perfect masters, then 4 once I become you know up to speed on the whole thing, across the line a couple days ago, then you know they're a part of it in that they're not actually direct agents of mine, are they? They are briefly. They interact with me. The agency comes towards me until I wake up to the whole situation, but I don't actually really interact with any of them at all anymore. Hardly was it a blue moon with Sridhar, just because they did their job. I understand they did their job. Interacting with me causes pain and suffering to whomever. Why do they need that? They don't need any advancement to another position or anything. Birbab also said the 5 perfect masters that wake him up are always one and the same, meaning, okay, I'm going to always hang out with Sridhar at the end, my best friend ever, and he is actually my best friend ever. That's why I have that feeling when I meet with him, and that's the way it will be. So let's go back to more of what you're. I wanted to say that first so that you could see it, because Avatar comes in and runs everything. You see, they're still doing their characters, right? But if I lay down, when I lay down the law, hey, now must do or die, you must make the prayer, uh, and other things. When I say that, that's actually the law, because it's given to me from God, and I'm not separate from God. So it's is are they at the circus for the barker? I guess step right up, get in here and see the lions. We got lions, we got tigers and bears. Are they really here for the barker? I'm just, they're here for God. You see, I named this show Big Brother because what a 1984 is such a high level mental planes derangement. It's really something to wrestle with. Big Brother. Very difficult, and sort of my final stage of spiritual awakening. So I recognize it as a final stage of awakening. So that's why I'm delving into these things as I am today. So, the other perfect masters uh, are agents of God, direct agents of God. Like Royal Seven played, they're direct agents of God performing their duty to wake me up. Then the game continues. So they're running the whole lead into the game, and hey, we got you suffering. There you go. Next thing, go to the tomb. Same thing every time. But they're like, oh, okay, step back from that guy. We'll be over in different continent or whatever, far away from you. Uh, because stuff happens, and they're privy to that information. I'm not, and so they do have to suffer to get me where I am. But why do they have to suffer anymore? They got me where I am. I don't want them to suffer anymore. Needless suffering is what I'm opposed to, except for suffering to get God only for that reason, because that's the method. But I want to make it as little as possible, and by giving knowledge, it creates the least amount of suffering possible. Okay. And they don't give away knowledge like that, right? They don't give away the game. I do. So they can't give away the game. So what can they give to people? It's very funny. They're helping the other team. Yeah, definitely. But are they really moving anyone to the end goal? Not really, actually. Really, they are, but from the other team. They are moving me there. That's their job. And moving me there moves everyone else there. That's their job. So their direct agency is to wake me up. That's their direct agency. That's it. That's their job, and they do it. So Are they considered your agents in any way? Agents of God, like, everyone's becomes my agent, as I said, that, as the avatar takes position, that agency goes from top down. But they've already done, I wouldn't ask anything of them. They've already done their work. That was asked of anyone is asked of you now. They are just running the game steady. Actions are up to you, right? They're not gonna. What are they gonna do? You don't know, but I don't know exactly. But I generally gave out what they're up to, and of course they're doing it, right? She. So are they considered agents in any way? So that type of agency, yes. Virabha said he is a master of masters. Exactly. So it flips that they would be up, take the position, and then it's down. But they're still on the seventh plane, and so am I. They just have other duties completely. I'm not focused on the other team. Like, what can I do to them? I can, if I'm right around them, I could get them, and then from there it gets to the highs. So why do I need to travel other places? Blah blah blah. I don't need to do that. So uh so yes, Master of Masters, exactly. So he's playing the avatar character. That means I'm the only avatar that takes a human body. So Master of Masters, yeah. Mastery is servitude, means best slave of God, means you're the suckiest slave of the dome. Get out of here. It's like, no, but you come back. It's like, oh. Reagan. Oh, happy day. Praise Jesus Christ, Reagan. Wait, the big mommy is here. Be a big, spiritually big. All right. You're a little late, but spiritually dynamite. Dynamite. Hey, you're a little lady too. Okay. Alan, right. So do you think Upazi Maharaj become a kind of agent for Meher Baba? I mean, yes, in that my location in the spiritual hierarchy changes, right? I'm just sort of neutral, like, because I'm not playing my role because I don't have the information. Did go through the suffering, the trauma. Did it get the truth? Oh my God! Now you got to tell everyone, hey, live with that. And then, okay, here I am, and got a property. I'm gonna stand there. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, and they're all coming at me instantly, like freaking in the Matrix, like. uh, So, yes, agency occurs from the top down. So, we're talking about different types of agency. So, would they be an indirect agent? There are other type of agents listed. I think that he talks about. What other type? I can't remember the type. But you could see, mainly I'm talking to people right now who are direct agents. You follow me? As so when you have it impact with someone, you're getting so you can discern who's on which team, and so on. If someone's on your team, maybe even a maybe, you put in your info. Oh crap, they're not. But once in a while, you have an impact, and that's that kind of agency that has an impact, right? So that's the kind of agency that has traction. I have agency over the five perfect masters, but they already have a script. I'm not, you know, they know when I'm gonna have the next thought to do the next thing, and they're part of the script. They just do on time. They know I'm like a broken record up here. There he goes again. Same date. I'm like, you know, talk about a player piano up in here. They know. So they're just doing what the script is always going to be. You and I don't know. It's unfolding to us, but to them it's not. They know what's going to happen. It's kind of frustrating. Like, you already know what I'm going to do. Yeah. Okay, great. Could you just, yeah, no, we can't tell you because then you wouldn't do it. It's like, ah, right? Okay, so why do you think Sridhar is trying to come to the USA? Maybe he is coming to the USA. Maybe it'd be great to see you. I'm sure if someone could see him, then you would see, oh, okay, he is kind of pretty nice guy, and so like you'll get you'll understand who he is, and you'll understand better who I was, who I took my training from, and who God chose to give me my training from. Like it's all preordained, and Sridhar accepts it, and so do I. So he comes to do his work. Other souls are going to take your roles next time. Some of you are leaving and you're not coming back to the dome. So, you know, constant churning of the whole system is in flux, in, incubation in this egg here, getting everyone to be the next, the next, the next. You see, at all times. So they're doing that side of it, and I'm doing my role, which is like there are very few in here, but boy, do I have to really focus on you to even get anyone out of here to the truth. It's crazy. But I'm really kind of like single-minded, which means they do a whole ton of they do everything else, right? Okay, the whole hive and that, and they're in charge of it. They don't not become in charge of doing all that script that I don't know. They're still in charge of that. Okay. You think the other perfect masters would also make their way closer to you for the end? I don't think so. No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. They know exactly where to be at every second of every. They know the whole loop, and they're going to be here next time. They have it worked out exactly with them and God exactly where they're supposed to be. I know it. One time, she'd always like, "Oh, how do you like your home?" You know, like just he knows I'm supposed to be stationed where I am at some mobile home in Florida, and now I'm supposed to move to this other place and try and make it so I can take on way more suffering, yippee, but reduce yours and show you the truth. So why would Sridhar come here? Maybe is like Benjamin was like, "Hey, can I meet Sridhar?" Well, it is important to see that the spiritual lineage it exists, and it's not meant to be like super easy. The people that traveled all the way to India, oh my God, you benefited from it. People that want to meet Sridhar, he thinks. I mean, all I can say is I became extremely careful when I would bring up around that guy. Oh my God! After a while, I was like, "What the?" And in the end, I was just like, I'm out to him. I was like, that's it. We're not, I'm tired of saying things that get me myself in trouble. I notice the blowback here is to me, not to you. It's like, but when I hit the right, when I got track, on track, like at a record, right? I was always on track, but being on track and knowing you're on track and know what's going on as far as being on track, but not knowing you're on a track, that's a whole different thing. You see the tracks beneath you, you seem to be going haphazardly this way and that. But which you're like, oh, like that comment that people say, oh, that tracks. What does that mean when someone says, oh, that tracks? That's a part of the script and that's accurate. Okay, I can't say, hey, that's part of the time leap. You got it right. That tracks. See how that terminology is them able to, at this point, maybe you heard that line a long time ago, that tracks, but actually it's around now a lot more recently. So they could use that terminology to give you direct feedback to what you're up to and working on out there as a direct agent, not always in 100% contact with me 24/7, which no one is except God. So, okay. So they're when you're under the seventh plate, when you're a perfect master, you're just with God. God will tell you exactly what to do at all times, and you do it. They're the same. They don't, Sridhar sits there with his hand in a bag with his beads in it every day and answers texts and phone calls from all around the world for hours starting at whatever time it is, I think 10 a.m. And then he goes from 10 to 2. Before 10 is yoga. And then at noon, he could then, I think, take physical public visitors, maybe have a snack or something like that. Maybe have some tea or not a meal, but something. Doesn't usually have but one meal a day, but has some form of snacks. Hindu traditional Brahmin follows all the rules, uh, really follows them, and suffers ill health effects for sure uh, due to his work, his being closest to me and one to wake me up. So he's his pattern is absolutely, his structure is absolutely super rigid. His spiritual religious precepts completely rigid, completely what he does at all times. And he's not going to be changing that. No way. So, and neither is the affection that, well, he goes to the same thing with, people that show up that love him and people that show up that turn into turncoats on him. So I seen it, so I know. I see someone get $500 million and from being with him and then turn on him. Literally, like I would, talk about a lesson to me that he trotted out on stage for me to watch. Talk about, you know, would that cause him some suffering? He's not allowed to take money except for his uh 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 I'm sorry, musical work. He's not allowed to take money for his spiritual work at all, ever, nothing, not for an entity, period. He cannot accept it, period. He knows too much, what? But he's also has so many other things he's not allowed to do. Like, obviously, he's not invested in the stock market. And he knows what's going on from the beginning and makes proper decisions. And I've never seen anybody watch money like him. He's such a penny pitcher. Not in a wrong way, just everything matters to him money wise. It gets him to the end day, and he doesn't need anything else or anything. He hardly has any possessions. I never seen anyone travel with less than him. It's unreal to travel with him and see how physically little he has. Like, it's mind bending to witness it, honestly. Be like, oh, I need a shirt. He'll go get a shirt somewhere and be like, dude, incredible, incredible, incredible. It's stunning, stunning. It's overwhelming almost to see it in practice. It is overwhelming to see it. So I would say that would be a reason he would come to see, other elements in the spiritual hierarchy that you're not privy to because you didn't have that experience. So to help you, I would say would be the only reason he would come here is to help you. I miss him, but I missed him before. And that's just part of the game. But that don't make me love him less. Of course, I love Sridhar more than anyone in a human body. Of course, of course, of course. He brought me to God. My children, I love, completely, without exception. He brought me to God and past all this and past everything. It's not like I love my children less. I don't. But I'm just saying, who can step in and what your best friend brings you to God? Come on. So there's a love on the spiritual hierarchy that's different than like men and women have love or children and stuff. That's love. Okay. But there's also love on the spiritual hierarchy in this. And so, oh, you found the truth. So you have love and affection for everyone up the ladder from there. So, and I pray for Sridhar. I do. I was like, I tell God straight up regular. No way I could be helpful. No way I'd do anything with a street art, whatever. You should probably get everything on all the feathers and wings, so not me from here on out. What did I do? He just like play me like a friggin' sarod, play me like a fiddle. And off I went to do whatever. It's incredible, incredible. So I see it all the time. So those reasons, I would say that's a good question, uh, Alan. If he's coming to USA, I didn't know. He doesn't tell me nothing. So pretty, he tells me after the fact, like you saw him on my. He's like, "Oh, hey, all the time. What are you up to? What are you doing? What are you? Oh my god, the whole time." And then the day I'm like, getting on a plane to leave Mumbai. He's like, "Why didn't you get in touch with me? I'm sitting here with my guru the whole time." Like, you, it's staggering. Because I love him more than anyone. He's like, "What's wrong with you? What, don't you like me anymore?" Like, it's such an amount of suffering that it's impossible to explain to people. It's not even possible to, like, you think, "Oh, hey, I helped everyone. I got everyone with God," and then your guru's like, "Hey, I see your heart over there in India. Pow, pow, pew, got ya." Like, you totally got me. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's they have all the information. They have all of it. There's nothing they lack, and they perform their role perfectly, perfectly, perfectly. That's what you get to witness from a perfect master, that they can play their role perfectly is incredible to witness one of them. So, you know, I would say that. Uh, where's the first place I met street art in North Carolina? Well mentioned. Is street art in India? I don't know. Hey, Mike. Good to have you. God bless you. Now, Swagger Rating, but God, Jesus Christ, press street art. Exactly. Thank you. Okay, uh, so, uh, so here I am at this point in time, crossing the line to the last 8 years, and I am working on this real estate project, and it's unbelievable. So, anyone wants to help out with their debits and credits on the financial donations, feel free, because it's incredible what they do to me. So, and everything you've done, oh my God, I would never be here. The support that I've been given up to this point, I never would have attempted this with a piece of real estate without y'all's support and help and thanks and your testimonials, your proof that you know what God is telling me is real, because I'm like, it's so hard to do this. And your support is what made me get to the point like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I think, just one piece of land, and that I can, help others do this. So I really can't, like, this thing's ripping me apart doing this. But with your support, I'm saying I'm doing this, and I appreciate it. And thanks. And I'll document it when I get some internet in a new place, and there's gonna be moving and all that stuff. I'll keep my shows going, but for a minute here, it's gonna be as it goes, and with what energy I have left. So, all right, Alex, good to have you. Okay. So an example, I was saying, hey, if you can help out for 30 days and think of me every day for 30 days, think it's like Martin Goman. That individual brings a lot of people to the school. He really does. Does he get everything perfectly right like I do? No. Is he expected to? What? No. No. But he really brings a lot of people to the truth, and he quietly receives all the spiritual benefits to doing that, and sticks right with it. It's amazing. He really gets traction out there. So if you're like, "What are you talking about?" Post on social, look at what that guy does. He does it. And he does it to the best that he can. He interacts with people as a question or whatever, but basically he He doesn't take up my time or anything. He just really goes at it, and it gets a lot of people coming into this work. And I can't thank that guy enough. So I really, really. So that's just who's out there helping. Jamie's put like who would come to from Canada without Jamie pushing that and having all her, her own information, her own social media and stuff like that. Jamie's number two with a bullet after that guy, but he's been at it longer. But I'm just saying, and Dee Dee, cumulatively, maybe she's actually still out ahead because she helped for many years out on social media. So maybe y'all are still catching up with her. I'm not, there's no graph or anything. But I'm just saying these people have had a massive effect on bringing people here, Poe family to your testimonials, your work, and so on. So, and I don't want to go through each one of you because you all have done that. I mean, Mike, come on, with your videos, you're crazy man out there, crazy man for God, and that's how you get God, like crazy for God, like me. It, uh, I never would have had it go with this property. I would have just had money in the bank and just sat in this mobile home, and I would have been happy. I don't need more or anything like that. I don't. But I was like, I could help. Like I saw what the Pope family did, and I was like, man, that means I gotta be like they're like, hey, get on up there. Like, oh, thank you. But but I have to do that to really that they were able to do it without me doing that is a total miracle. Thank you for doing that. But now I was like, I really should attempt this to the best of my role. Other people don't. I'm not like, hey, I'm gonna get this real estate tax exemption for sure. Don't worry about it. No, if I have to suffer for everyone, they're gonna deny me. Oh well, let's do it publicly. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm not gonna shirk my duty on the spiritual hierarchy. Like y'all got in there, created a piece of actual sanctuary land. I'm not gonna lay off. I'm like, if I can find a way, because ultimately, what do I need with money in the bank? I don't care. I'm trying to have low bills, and I don't need more houses and more what. I have a car res, the e-bike res. I got a roof over my head. I got to get rid of the mortgage, but other than that, I'm just trying to bring this information to people. I don't need anything more. Which brings me to the next topic. Does the new property need any improvements? It does, but I'm not going to do any. I don't have any money for improvements. It does. It doesn't have heat. It needs a few things. Like it needs a mini split in each house, and it needs. It doesn't need much. They were rentals for years and years, like great rentals, like 5,000 a week each one of them in season. So but they were and the good news is they were never upgraded from the 50s, like hardly anything, only the appliances, nothing else, pretty much nothing practically. So nothing was messed up for the most part, right? They had some changes and whatnot, but that's a benefit. But like there's no heat, there's air conditioner, one air conditioner wall unit for each place. So, but no heat. So, like, that's one thing. But mostly, like, there's no dishwasher, but mostly they're totally moving and living them, plug a heater in the wall and, like, do that for, like, till the mortgage is paid off was my plan. So, it has a few things it needs like that. But other than that, and it needs the water, it has a well and it needs a filter, but it doesn't need like, oh, hey, I need a roof. It doesn't. No, doesn't need any of those things. Does it? None of those things. Like I was like HVAC. Okay, fine. It's actually like on a front house, the outdoor box and all the electric, which it is an outdoor box. It's not an indoor box. Is like literally next to the wall unit thingy that there you see. So that's where the mini split could go. So it's actually these things aren't going to be super difficult once they can be gotten to. But and it still is can live in it now. And my thought is, okay, I'm gonna apply for and thanks for your help with this, Alan, and that other guy bringing this up. I can't remember his name right now. Let me look. Actually, what is his name? Jimmy Quinn. bringing up this Florida like tax exemption form and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, you actually have to do that. So thanks for your help with that, Alan. I'm going to do that with him, and we'll keep working on that. And I think it'll be great for people to see what happens and everything that I talk about through that process. They really understand this. Okay. Also, because of that, I think it makes sense to have a gathering in the Nokomis, Sarasota area next time, like we're planning for next May and stuff like that. Uh, Shannon's in the back house. She got her own house, like party in the animal house, you know. So anyway, people can come up in the front house. We could have, times so we could gather there and stuff. Uh, so I think it's good because I'm trying to make a physical location. Granted, it's a home too, and I can't have you over there all the time. But like, okay, I'm gonna do my show on Sunday. Come on over, y'all. Hang out and let's have some brunch after and stuff like that, And uh Al and I talked on the phone about this a bit, and but I wanted to tell you all. I was planning to tell you today anyway. So I think that's a really good use of that property the rest of the time I have here to try and make this happen for other people. Okay, you got all your paperwork right, your layers with God, you follow the Bible. Hey, what else can we do up in here? I am trying to prepare people as best as I can. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So this helps people. uh, if I can pull it all off, which so far so good. It was really incredible doing this. I can't even. I could go. I'm going to talk about things that have happened during this transaction. It's unbelievable. When I was trying to get, I didn't have an insurance before the closing the day before at 3:30, and I didn't have the money to for my part of it. It hadn't gotten into the bank yet, and I would go over there September 11th to Chase Bank, and Josh Helton, that's his name, Helton, is sitting there, and there's a window behind him to the outside, and there's a tree behind him, and there's a hawk sitting in the tree watching me like a hawk, like the whole time I'm sitting in there talking to Helton and me. And they're like, I probably saw 20 species of birds outside of that window when I'm sitting there talking to the guy. Like that hawk was just sitting in this one place, and all the birds were going nuts around this hawk. And this is what was happening while he was doing the wire transfer to get this place, to do this work. So I was like, okay, get my feathers and wings, or getting some other feathers or wings. Look at you all out there. Look at how many people need feathers or wings. So, okay. Uh, Thanks God for allowing me to suffer some more to do this. But it's a beautiful location. It's like point 0.8 to the sand at the beach, I think, something like that. And it's a lovely neighborhood of very old little houses. It's kind of all grown in and happy, and didn't really get, although its proximity to the beach is very physically close and it's a sidewalk all the way to the beach, it didn't take damage in that neighborhood because it was just far enough back from the trauma at the beach. So anyway, it's there. It's got incredible bolt-on storm shutters for the next hurricane, and so it is really together on that account. It has a well, uh, it has septic. Like it's good actually. It has a lot of things to remain and stay well. I just have to work on get rid of the mortgage, try and get rid of that property tax, and keep it stable. I'm never moving. I'm never moving. God is going to move me into the next time loop, but I'm never moving from there. No way. Never happening. So the only reason I did that is, I can keep my health there. Hopefully I can do the work that I need to do. That remains to be seen with the property tax and all that, like I'm trying to do. Say your prayers that I'm able to do it. That's what I'm working on. Okay. Uh, nice. I prefer well water. Yeah. Yeah. Very excited to gather. Yeah, me too. And so I gave out that address to Poe family, and like Jamie's here. She knows she's been already, So, um, you know, people went to India, and you people in here and stuff. People that came here to get baptized, and all those people. I work for you, so I am doing my best to make it so I can, you know, keep my work together at a distance, keep my health together, but also make it so we can gather too. Okay. Thank you, Pamela. Honestly, without your support, I would have never even had a go with this. I wouldn't have. So, your family, I would. It was like borderline. Let me tell you, because I know they come right at me. But that's what I'm working for. I'm working for y'all. So I'm gonna do my best. Still am. And that's what's going on with that. Okay, so maybe they'd help push me out there for 30 days. It really, I think it would be meaningful, and I'll maybe get back on, even keel here a little bit instead of drowning in the ocean like they try to make me do. So thank you. What else have I got here? um, oh, yeah, no, it's true. Pam is quietly this lady. She's just by her very existing because everyone has spiritual education. By running a family like so together, it's incredible. Pauletta, right to you too. You two got to come from the same cloth, and it's amazing. Agreed, Jay. Frank, it's great knowing you will never have to move. Yes, and so works through some of that trauma. Oh my God, what I've had to do to get to the spot so that I can be most useful to you all. Uh, let's see. All right. Have you noticed this? I don't. I brought this up with Alan, but are you noticing this? Like, where is everyone? Like in Florida, half the population it's like it's 10 years ago here. Yeah, I get it. It's in the news. People are leaving Florida, but I'm just wondering, is that happening where you are too? Because it's unreal how it's happening here. So it's like back to 10 years ago. So I'm just asking a question because, the population is supposed to disappear, remember? And we did just cross a line. And I'm just witnessing it. So is it happening where you are? They're like saying, is they're everywhere where you're not. It's like, what? Wait, what? Like, it happened too fast. It's too much. Like even the people that were living in Florida, it's like where'd y'all go? Like it's literally back to like 10 years ago. It's popular. You get a parking space at the beach. It's crazy. It's totally. It's great. It's amazing. Uh, but it's just in your day to day, like just going through a light here, like going anywhere. The traffic was horrendous everywhere for a while, but now it's like nothing. No problem. Just if you're driving around and stuff, wherever you go in the regular, like, is it ridiculously easier for you in your location? I'm just curious because it is ridiculous here. Okay. And talk to Ali. He's like, yeah, it's easy to get around here. It's prime season there. So like, what? Wait a second. Where they disappeared already? I'm like, wait, they seem to be. So I was just curious if anyone Jay's going to start checking, but I am curious. All right, if anyone has any feedback. Uh, let's see. This is a good one. The I brought that up before. It was like that during COVID. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is it getting back near to that? It's not like COVID, but it's like pre-COVID. It's like way before COVID. It's like there's nobody here. It's like that's when I got here like for the first time like 12, 15 years ago. It's like this is incredible. This is great here. It's incredible. Okay. Got some clouds. I can't read my own writing sometimes. That's bad. Okay. Brainwashing, right? Brainwashing is possible and happens, and we're getting out of it. So, of course, if you can wash a brain, you can wipe the memory. Yeah, like it just shows you memory wipe is totally possible. It happens all the time. Hey, that's going to go on your permanent record. What? No, that's on your permanent record. In other words, permanent record, the concept of permanent record is actually, right, a time loop. Permanent record. The record, we only got one record in here. It's Elvis again. The king. It's like, ah! don't do that. Or whoever, say it's like, we're playing again, Sam. Play it again, Uncle Sam. Play it again with Uncle Sam as the lead. Play it again, Sam. Play permanent record. All right. Oh, before I get into it, so anyway, why do I say that? It's too much. I have picked that up. Uh, Thank you, Alan, for working through that the property thing. I'm kind of the property real estate tax exception. I'm gonna keep working on that. Some of it's hard if you look like we're doing the easy part, and some of this is gonna be hard. We're gonna work through, but I'm gonna try and get through that over time. It might take weeks or whatever. But I appreciate your help, and anyone that dares to jump in is appreciated. We got an extra one along with Jimmy Quinn in there, so we'll see if he produces any. You never know. Pray for him to come up with something, and he's giving it a try, which is good. So thanks for that. Now, unless you got something on your mind, I'm happy to go over anything on your mind, please. The last thing I want to get into is probably this foreclosure thing that came up. That helping out with foreclosure, use God's name, put up some video, and let's see what happens. And so, this is the straw that broke my camel's back on this. You got a story of sick, difficult, disabled, sick children you're taking care of. You got God's name on your door, and you got cameras up, but now you're going to leave, and you're going to take the cameras down and take them with you, and not even see if God's going to save the place. This is now 50 years and no one's got a video. So what's the point of me doing this anymore, right? Listen, I'm going to get to the spiritual fundamental of this, and I want everyone to hear this, okay? Who is at fault? All that difficult trauma you read about we're in foreclosure, we got to take care of these children and stuff like that. Whose fault is that? Can anyone answer this question for me? I think someone's going to get this one. This is not a spiritually difficult question. I think someone's going to type this out and get this right and get some feathers and wings for the day. But I'm saying, whose fault is it that they are in that home, getting that foreclosure in these difficult circumstances with these, you know, difficult children? Whose fault is this? Who? We'll move on when somebody answers this right. Thank you, Jamie. Gold star, feathers and wings. Come down to Florida and got our feathers and wings while you're here. I just say you get your feathers and wings. Whoever asked your question right, you did it. That's it. Exactly. It's God's fault. Thank you for that. So who do you have to appeal to save you? The government is not going to save you. Do they? Have they got a history of? Is there any history of them doing that? Did they steal the place? How can appealing to them help at all? Thank you, Mike. God's fault. Thank you, Alan. Logically goes exactly to the next step. Thank you. So God, therefore, can be the only solution. Thank you. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? Because listen. You get into this spiritual work and you get on a spiritual hierarchy, you will experience yourself and witness in others trauma and spiritual difficulties and life situations that are so difficult and traumatic. They will rip your heart to shreds, completely shatter it a million pieces. What you have to go through and what people come to you with questions of this stuff, it's like it will shatter you, right? Unless you do the one thing, right, that makes it so it doesn't shatter you. What? Whose fault is it? It's God's fault. What? Who put you in this body? Who put you in this script? What's your name? You know, how's that your name? All the stuff I have to tell everybody to realize you're in a pickle, right? Who put you there? Only God can get you out of it because only God put you in it. So you can't give up on the appeal to God right before you're about to, find the answer for you. If for others, it's like, hey, you want to leave the dome. Like Beer Mama say, hey, you want God realization? No, he says, God realization is the only reason to be here. But let me tell you what, you don't want it. It's, all they got to do is leave the cameras up and get a video and they get their feathers and wings one way or the other, whether it works or it don't work. The message went to God, right? Hey, do your job. Do your job. God, this is your job. The only one that can get a solution, do your job. Right? We're on to Big Brother here, obviously. Have I showed that God is real? I hope I have, right? The US government says it's real. Canadian government, South Carolina government, all the banks, all the law firms in the US, whole bunch in Canada. Yep, God is real. Jesus Christ, real, real. God is real. There's a spiritual hierarchy. Real, real, real. So they go for it. Now, if you watch that black and white, the 1984, it's one of the spiritually darkest things you'll ever encounter. Talk about nihilism. It is like, you know, you read about Albert Camus, you read all these horrible nihilist tragedy things, but oh God, nothing can surpass this. And it's a society that's so akin to what we have right now. It is shocking. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to try and take this. I know you're trying to take this. I know you're trying to get the. I'm not trying to make it harder. I'm trying to make your life easier. But in the end, right, of that movie, Big Brother is real. Okay, finally, I give everything to Big Brother. But like, what they're saying and showing is, Big Brother is an invention of the state and does nothing. You see what I'm saying? And now we got you back in the hive, and you're perfect. And you're nothing. Your chance at getting out of the hive was recycled back into the hive, and you went for Big Brother. As I've said, I have met with Jesus Christ. I've met with Bear Baba. I've met with the angel Gabriel. But is that the sum of what God is? Oh my God, no. Those are how God kindly interacts with us and gives us a script so we're able to have an interaction with God as someone, Big Brother, to pray to and so on. But God is so far, once you see the time loop and everything that's going on here, you cower on your knees to a God. Like, you are so far past any name, words. There is no way. So in the end, this nihilist thing is trying to take away God at the end. You see, it's so, to give it the name Big Brother kind of lets you decapitate the only ways to get to God in the script and see God as even past the script. You see? Uh, so it's a complete, it's the, you know, dark side of the yin yang symbol of the decapitation of God in a way. That I've decapitated God too, in that God is not limited to a script, but God created every script and answers to every script too, because God created them. So you're going to get an answer when you pray to God. For any name of God, you're going to get an answer. It just matters what's going on in your heart. But to accept what's really going on and play your role in the spiritual hierarchy and do your best from that is a whole nother level, you see. It's a whole nother level. I'm not trying, I'm not, you know, I've met with Bear Bob, I've met with Jesus Christ, I've met with the angel Gabriel. I'm not saying those aren't a way to interact with God. I'm saying they absolutely 100% are. Okay. But God realization is the goal, not to thank you, big brother. Thank you, God. I will not accept being separate from you any longer. It will not happen. You will not recycle me into this dome, and you will tell me because you put me here. You will tell me how to get out of here, and I will do it. You will tell me, and then I will do it. God, you will tell me how to get out of this dome. You will tell me, and I will do it. You see what I'm saying? That's all you have to say on the matter forevermore. You will tell me how to get out of here. You will tell me, God, it's your fault. So you will tell me to get out of here because it's my will and my heart. I'm coming home. And so the nihilists are going to take away God from us right before we're about to receive God. You're not going to do it. No, interaction with God is real. Those who came to India with me, obviously, I look like a freaking maniac just standing there in the bliss of God. But the fact that it happens is real. So that's reality. Going to God is reality. You see us say, and for me to set up the foreclosure process, hey, here's how you say the name of God and find out if God is real. Put a camera on it and give you anyone in foreclosure a method to see God, and you not even take it, which is the only thing to do is get the video, nothing else, and you accept, you say, "Now I don't want God." It's 50 years already. Enough, 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 enough. Do it another way, right? I'll do it with a bag and a camera. I'll do it myself, whatever. I've talked about this before, but enough with that business. Okay, y'all don't want God. I get it. Okay, it takes up too much of my time and effort. I'll just do it myself. I won't do it with foreclosure. So what? I'll find out the principal whose name is real. Is it John McCaig? Is it God? Is it Jesus Christ? Is it none of the above? You're not going to give us the name of God? Okay, and we have no actual sanctuary. Okay, that's why you got to step in. Fine, I got to know either way. I'm going to find out. Nobody else has to. I'm gonna. So it is God's fault if you don't. If you don't place, the difficulties that got you here. You have anger from that. You have every emotion that got you here. Give those things to God. If you don't give God your anger, you're like, no, no, it probably wasn't you. Maybe you're not real. It's like, no, you have to let. What are you talking about? If you don't let God know God is real, how are you going to get God realization? You see what I'm saying? No, I don't. It's probably not real. So just hey, easy over there. Stop it. What? Hey, whoa! That's you. That's you messing it up. That's you. That's not God. That's you. Well, I don't know about all that. You either know or you don't. You either have to know or you don't have to know. That's the one thing you got to know, or it's not. Is you're single minded or you're not. That's it. What? Oh, the children are at risk. The children are at risk of not meeting with God. Yeah, now that it's set up, they are at risk of not meeting with God. You see, I need you. Alec got the right answer. He totally, yeah, he see the logical next step. You see what I'm saying? So that's being a direct agent with knowledge. See what's coming on. I see the script. Oh, you got to blame it on God. So that would mean right. It's God's fault. That's it. That's it. It's that simple. You see? So God is the only solution. See, logical, logical. That is totally logical. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Al. All right. That's kind of the main information I wanted to bring through today. Okay. Uh I'm gonna go through what everybody said, but I felt like I really needed you all to receive kind of like up to date information. Okay. Everything is God scripted. Everything is God's fault. Thank you, Mike. It's so that's all it is. You see what I'm saying? I will give you 99% of everything God. No, everything is God's fault. Okay, then God's like, well, now that you say it that way, let me get over here. Thank you. Okay. Uh, like God creates the suffering so that we cry out to God, yes, to fix the problems God created that we're living through. That's simple. That's simple. So to get to the biggest traumatic thing in the foreclosure and be like, and duck out of your big moment on stage, it's like, what the? Why did you? What did? What, I thought you. Uh, God is the only solution. Thank you, Frank. Exactly. Romeo, my mom and I saw a bunch of hawks too the other day. Bear Mama says that where a saint is walking, the eagles always fly. So that's just right. They got feathers and wings. They have feathers and wings. That's the angels, like watching over us, right? Not the fallen angels, but because they're not a human body, but they have wings. Yeah. And they bestow wings. I've seen like I talked with Alan the other day on the 12th, and he asked me all about this property stuff, and I was like half out of my mind. I was so tired, and so like I gotta answer his questions, and I was so tired. I was standing next to water at Blackboard Point. I just got back in. I was like, okay, somehow I guess I'm gonna do whatever you say, God. Let's keep me going. And two bald eagles just started circling around me. I was like, okay, all right, thanks. So yes, Romeo. I remember too, after baptizing Benjamin and Jamie were walking on Legacy Trail, and Benjamin's like, "Look," and there's a bald eagle like in a branch right above our heads. And the thing is, like, God dang, they're big up close. They look a lot smaller from far away. It was like, whoa, baby. So yeah, I've experienced going up a plane, having you know them hawks show up and so on. So yeah, Remy, that's good for you. Glad to hear that. Jay, the plastic Coke bottles say, recycle me. What is he? Don't recycle it. No, get me out of here. Right? So funny. Romeo, on 9/11, my dad told us he is moving to a house, and my mom and I are moving out to somewhere else. Okay. Wonderful. I hope that goes well. You have a big change too on the same day. I had a big change. All right, Romeo. God watch over you because everything's God's fault. So you're happy, incredible, wonderful, upcoming life. Because I say in the last 8 years, right? It's to us. The game is played for us to get to God. So can you please take away our suffering, right? And can you show the others that we'll live an okay, better life with some physical betterment just to show the other team what you got. God's going to give us anyway, but he's also going to give us, God, you're doing the wrong thing. Get on over here. That's our job. You see what I'm saying? To show they're on the wrong team. That's our job. Okay. That's become our job for the last 8 years. Hey, you're on the wrong team, and God will watch over us. Okay. And we'll watch over each other, and we'll pray for each other. I'm very happy for you, Romeo. Glad to hear it. Yeah, congratulations indeed. So, thanks. It's great to hear from all of you. You're working for God. You're in the spiritual hierarchy. You are listening to me, and things are happening to you, right? So as you go every day, hit a situation, oh, what should I do or whatever? You ask God. You pray to God. God gives the answer, and then you go do it. That's it, right? Okay. And you're doing very well at doing that, okay? Everyone, Alex. So, right, to all our enemies out there, don't be our enemies, right? Earn your feathers and wings and do your absolute best. I want to say from now on in the future, 9/11 day, every day until the last day, 9/11 day is forgive debt day. Forgive debt. Forgive debt. Forgive debt. If they don't start forgiving the debt, all countries are indebted to XD trillion and now the debt and mortgages and that's creating all of the trauma in this world. It's that debt. So 9/11 from now on is called Debt Forgiveness Day. If you want to get forgiven over there, you lenders of money, whoever has lent it, if you want to get forgiven and go to God, you must give up, forgive the debt. You must do it. You must do it or you're not leaving. Forgive the debt or die. That is my final warning, and I will give you the same warning every 9/11. Forgive the debt. Forgive the sins of others, right? We must forgive the other team because they were under script. Forgive them. That's their debt, right? Hey, it seemed like, right? Oh, but they have a debt to us. So you get, hey, you earned your feathers and wings. That's it. Hey, debt over, right? You forgave them. Oh, turn it into feathers and wings for them. And on your end, your heart is clear. Great. I know you had to do it, but I'm with God now. Don't do it again. Don't even think about it. Don't even consider that. You get a do or die prayer about it in 1 second, right? We're in the last 8 years. Thank you for getting me here. I pray to God for help. Fantastic. But if you dare get in my way, I work for God. God is telling me what to do, meaning I'm on a much more important errand in whatever I'm doing in this life, meaning you, not me. You and I. You see, this group of individuals in the spiritual hierarchy is on a more important errand every day than they are. Whatever God tells you to do is what you should be doing. So they will help or they will be given the death prayer and they will forgive the debt. And I mean, they'll forgive the monetary one, they'll forgive every debt, they'll forgive it against God. They will forgive everything or they will stay. Period. See, it's a debits and credit symbol. You will give up the debt and say the slate is clean or you won't leave. Period. That's a rule. That ain't my rule. That's God's rule. So there is debt forgiveness day, the forgiveness of the spiritual debts, but also the financial ones. If they keep the financial debts, they will die. They will die and they will start now. Notice is given, right? Notice to agent and notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Principal, notice to agents. That's it. That's notice. Thank you, J Baba Rabia. Thank you, John, for what you do. God bless you and all in here. That's it. Let's say a final prayer for everyone. Silently type it out. It doesn't matter, but we are praying for each other and each other's spiritual progress. And ultimately, that God's team not just wins, but we do a Wrexham. You know what I mean? We come from the bottom of the bottom of the bottom and we rise to the top and we're at the pinnacle. That's what I want to see in these 8 years of God. And I'm not gonna accept anything less because then it will be obvious that you're a real God. So that's my prayer. The complete opposite flip of the script for everyone. Okay. To show that we're serving them now. Okay, God, show them why they want to switch. Are you with me? Okay. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for your support. I gave and thank you. So until next week, God bless each and every one of you and your families. Right, watch over you and make things in every way, starting now until the last day. Everything gets better in your life. All right, Romeo and everyone. God bless you. See you next week.